Salve a tutti, sono Almarok e benvenuti in un nuovo video. Oggi siamo qui per fare un'intervista a Vrolok, famoso per essere stato batterista dei Gorgoroth, degli Aeternus e dei Sulphur. Prima di iniziare lo ringrazio per la sua disponibilità, per aver accettato di essere qui oggi. Vi lascio l'intervista e vi auguro buona visione. Nice to meet you and thank you for staying here today.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Why you started to do music and why you started to do with metal music? Tell me about the beginning of your career and your influences on drum.
I basically started playing drums at around the age of 14, 15. I had some guys in my neighborhood who had a band rehearsing in the garage. And I used to hang out there all the time to try to get in the band, to say. And so when I was about 15, I got to join their band. And we did basically Metallica and a little bit of Megadeth, which we probably couldn't do very good, and some Slayer songs, basically. For about, I would say, probably a year before we started doing kind of making our own music, kind of death metal, thrash metal. Yeah. So I was about 15, 16, and when the year I was 16, I joined Aeternus doing a demo, I think.
Talking about your work with Gorgoroth.
I did only 3 songs on Destroyer, it was. Recorded in Grieghall. I remember we bought a really crap drum kit, and Peyton was like, "Fuck no, man, we're not going to do this." And so we had to change around a lot of stuff. But yeah, on that album, I think there are 4 drummers and 1 song with drum machine. And so that was recorded when I was kind of starting to leave Gorgoroth. I think I joined in '97 and was there for 2 years, doing a couple of tours, and luckily got to play Vathr. Yeah, so it was good, but it was not really for me.
Talking about your work with Aeternus.
Yeah, I started Aeternus before Gorgoroth, yes, but Aeternus we did 6 albums in Grieghall before I quit. What can you say? It's we were young and probably had enormously big visions for everything, but not always the talent, you can say. But it was great times indeed. So much stuff going on in the metal music in Norway at that time, and or Europe in general as well. And we did the 2 first albums are probably what most fans are gonna call like the essence of Aeternus, and I can agree with that in many ways. We started moving a bit more into death metal after that, and even more on the album after. And kind of, I felt at least we kind of got stuck somewhere, and I wasn't kind of happy, and I started doing some more hard rock music with some other friends, and kind of wanted to do that for some time. So I just kind of felt I had done what I could do with that band. So and I think what they're doing now is really good, kind of reminiscent of the first album.
And now let's talk about Sulphur.
I joined Sulphur 4 years after I quit Aeternus, and I'm not going to say I regret quitting Aeternus, but I definitely regret not keeping up the extreme metal drumming skills. Because getting back into that was fucking hard. And they had released 1 album when I joined in 2004, I think it is. I spent way too much time to get back into shape, but that's another story. And we did I did 2 albums with that band, and yes, things were going. At first, it was going pretty good, but yeah, it's kind of stagnating and moving very slowly. And I quit that band in 2 years ago, I think it is now. And after I did that, I realized I should have quit it 7 years ago, I think. The last album was recorded in 2016, and nothing has happened since. So, yeah, what can you say? There's good music, though.
What about your music project for 2025?
Right now, I'm doing drums with a new band called Vathr, which is the new band from the guitar player from Hades, Almighty, or Hades, as they originally are called. He released one EP, which I did not do drums for, and we just had a live debut on. I can't remember the name of the festival, but in Oslo in January the 3rd this year. And we're going to do, and I was starting working on an album now, and probably going to do 3 songs. Hopefully, getting that ready for. We're not playing, but getting it ready for Beyond the Gates, so we can release it around that time. And we're just going to start rehearsing for a gig in Austria in the middle of March. So this is kind of similar to Hades. A lot of the music, a little bit more modern maybe, but the atmosphere and it's very reminiscent of Hades, which I really like. So, and I'm really now trying to what I've been doing for since around COVID times. I started trying to get into how to record music myself. So I got like a computer and all microphones and everything. So hopefully I'm going to start doing drums for, like studio work, which is what I really want to do. I have a couple of projects going, but nothing that is like etched in stone yet. So hopefully going to get it done. But me and my wife are moving to way up north in Norway. So right now it's kind of a lot of hectic shit going on. So I can't really get enough time to do anything.
If you want to be remembered for an album in your career, an album you're particularly proud, which is and why?
Definitely for the feeling of it, the 2 first Aeternus albums, indeed. But like for drumming, I think the Aeternus album, Ascension of Terror, is where we kind of nailed that part of mixing death metal into it. And I think the drumming on that album is very well thought out and it's very precise and well done, but it's not too clinically done. It's not like modern shit where everything is on the grid and it's all one takes from on tape and everything. So the tempo is kind of all over the place, but the energy in that album, drumming wise, is I'm very proud of that. Okay. And I did 2 albums with a band called Torturum, and for the time when I did the first album, I had to really get into shape to do it. It's not like super like 300 BPMs, but it's kind of fast stuff. So getting that done pretty quickly was kind of something I'm proud of too.
In your opinion, how many things have changed in the black metal scene when you started from nowadays, and how is difficult become a musician nowadays?
For my sake, I'm 47 now, and starting new bands is it's so much work, and I really basically don't think I want to do that anymore. I think I'm basically right now I'm more than happy just rehearsing by myself, and the way things have changed is I think actually right now there's kind of a new wind in the what can you say, the scene. I kind of feel it in Bergen as well. There's a lot of young guys doing more traditionally sounding black metal, which I like, as long as it's not too what can you say, if you do bad productions on purpose, it's not really cool. But there's a lot of these bands sound authentic, at least to my ear. So but yeah, and like metal music in general, I think is sounding too clinical these days. I'm really not a big fan of the whole, especially coming to drums, like the whole sound replacing, and the records don't sound like the instrument, like the drum instrument sounds. I really don't like that. But there are some, what can you say? There are some really. I've been really using Spotify to try to find some great metal bands, but a lot of, I think the things that speak most to me are kind of underground stuff. It's kind of with like 125 listeners and whatever. Yeah, but like in metal generally now, I think there's a lot of, like I said, a lot of bad sounding. I mean, I get the whole production stuff is what a lot of the modern music calls for, but I don't like it. And but of course there are some really good bands as well. Like one of my favorite bands at the moment is Ulcerate from New Zealand, I think. Sounds amazing. And also the new band from Blasphemer from Mayhem, ex-Mayhem, like Ruin, is really good.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for staying today. Good luck for your project. And thank you.
Thank you.
And bye.
Yeah, thank you.